Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, September 6th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures are trading higher today by about 6 points. They did skyrocket just a few moments ago up to over 10 points on the session after the non-farm payroll report was released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We'll see if they can recapture that. I'm not 100% sure. But a decent pop at the start of the announcement. It looks like the U.S. added 169,000 new jobs to the marketplace, to the economy in the United States. I think consensus was looking for 180,000 new jobs, but either way, market caught a little bit of a bid, probably on the anticipation that there would be no September tapering by the Federal Reserve. I'm not so sure about that, but one thing I do want to bring to your attention will be the dollar yen chart. Now, this is a currency pair here. This is the US dollar versus the Japanese yen, and the US dollar plunged against the Japanese yen. You can see it trying to recover a little bit, but this was a plunging move lower. This is not a positive when the dollar yen goes down. Dollar yen goes down, that wrecks the carry trade that's being held by the big institutional firms that are highly leveraged money. They usually will short the dollar. They will short yen, which means they will be long the dollar yen, and then they will take that leveraged money and go buy S&P futures contracts. So this is definitely a negative for the stock market if this goes lower. Already it has been a big plunging, nearly over a point at one stage of the game here. Now coming back with a little bit of a rebound. You could see as that dollar yen tries to rebound, you could also see futures starting to move back up right here. So that's going to be a very important chart that you're going to want to watch today. It's going to be the dollar yen. Now, with the big move down in the dollar today, let's take a look at the GLD because that should be moving higher. And sure enough, the GLD is moving higher. So watch that dollar yen chart. If the dollar yen chart goes lower, gold will get a bid higher. If the dollar yen chart starts to recover like it is at the moment, gold will start to pull back. And I'll show you what I mean by pulling that dollar yen chart up again. You can see dollar yen is starting to move higher. But look at the action in the GLD right now. See how that's starting to come in. So that's kind of the way it works right now. Dollar yen goes down, gold goes higher, and that's what traders are going to want to focus on today. We're in the midst of the Rosh Hashanah holiday. I believe that will end tonight. So traders want to be a little bit careful here and just realize that the volume trends today again will be very light as they were yesterday. Yesterday, the Spiders traded just 59 million shares by the end of the trading day. That's really nothing. So you want to be a little bit careful out there with that. So again, that's what I think you have to focus on today. Don't force anything. It is a Friday. Generally, on Fridays, the markets will finish flat to slightly positive. I'm expecting that. We call it the Friday effect. Rarely do we get a big down Friday. So we'll see if that is the case today. But we are expecting light trading volume again during this session due to the Rosh Hashanah holiday, which began Wednesday night. So again, don't look for too much there. When we look across the Asian markets, last night, really all the Asian markets held up well, with the exception of the Nikkei 225. The Nikkei 225 actually finished down pretty sharply, and I'll show you that chart. So this is something to watch for on Sunday night. Sunday night, if the dollar yen chart goes down, watch for further downside in the Nikkei 225. But you could see a pretty decent decline last night. Look at that big red bar there. Nikkei 225 did finish lower by almost a point and 1.5%. So pretty decent fall overall in the Nikkei 225. So I think traders want to be a little bit aware of that going into the weekend. When I look at the European markets today, they're all flat to slightly positive. So there's really nothing to say over there. There is talk about Greece needing another bailout, the third bailout. Um, what could you say? Greece doesn't have the effect on the markets it did a while back, a couple of years ago, But here we are in the middle of, or towards the end of 2013, and Greece is looking for a third bailout or needing another bailout. It's pretty incredible when you think about it. Also, there's some chatter. Be careful a little bit today. There's some chatter out of Iran saying Syria. If there's an attack on Syria, Iran may try to retaliate. That's keeping a premium built into oil today. So take a look at the USO today. You'll see the USO is trading higher. Let's pull up the intraday action right around the 39.07 level. So all these geopolitical events are really pricing in higher move for oil in the near term. When you take a look at spot oil today, the price right now, according to my charts, is oil up $1.12, making $1.15 to 109.50 a barrel. So oil is creeping higher. Somehow, some way, it's a positive for the markets. It usually should be a negative, but the price of gasoline has not gone up, and that's really what affects the economy more so than anything else. We'll see how this market plays out today. Again, the Friday effect most likely in play, but be careful. There's a lot of geopolitical events going on here today. You do want to be aware of that. And again, watch that dollar yen chart because that is going to tell us a lot today. If this chart falls lower, it's very hard to see these markets really hold up today. But nonetheless, it is what it is. And right now, the markets are trading slightly higher. They're up about 7. Make that 8 points at the moment on the ES futures. So decent little move to the started. Decent little move at the start of the day. We'll see if it can continue. With that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it there, short and sweet. Have a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.